गुड मॉर्निंग स्टूडेंट्स। हम लोग फ्लूइड डायनामिक्स देख रहे हैं और उसमें हमने कल प्रिंसिपल ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी देखा था, डिस्कस किया था और उसका एक्सप्रेशन क्या होता है A1V1 = A2V2 वो हम लोगों ने फाइंड आउट किया था और एक प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व किया था। उसी तरीके का एक दूसरा प्रॉब्लम है, उसको हम लोग आज टैकल करेंगे लेंगे। यदि इस तरीके का लिक्विड का फ्लो है एक नॉन यूनिफॉर्म ट्यूब से कि इस सेक्शन में उसकी वेलोसिटी है लिक्विड की 3 मीटर पर सेकेंड एंड द क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ऑफ at this point is 0.14 meter square and the liquid is flowing and are divided in two parts further. The cross sectional area at this point is 0.12 meter square and the velocity of the liquid layer at this point is 2 meter per second square. And here the cross sectional area of this point at this point is 0.18 meter square. So we have to find out the velocity at this point. What is the velocity of the liquid flowing this region, flowing and crossing this cross sectional area? What is the velocity we have to find out? अभी आप लोग इसको फाइंड आउट करने की कोशिश करिए। हम लोग सिंपल मास कंजर्वेशन फॉर्मूला का कंसेप्ट यूज करेंगे और प्रिंसिपल ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी यूज करेंगे। इक्वेशन ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी A1V1 = A2V2 यूज करेंगे। इट मींस if suppose here is A1 and V1 and this one is A2V2 and A3V3, then A1V1 must be equals to the A2V2 plus A3V3। इसी कंसेप्ट को आप यूज करिए और फाइंड आउट करिए। ये चार ऑप्शंस है आपके पास, आपका रिजल्ट किसमें मैच करता है आप देखिए कि यहाँ वेलोसिटी 1 मीटर पर सेकंड आती है या वेलोसिटी 2 मीटर पर सेकंड आती है, यहाँ वेलोसिटी 3 मीटर पर सेकंड आती है या 4 आती है। कौन सा ऑप्शन सही होगा आप इसको चेक करिए, देखिए सॉल्व करके देखिए। At the end of this lecture we will tell you what is the correct answer, but still you have to solve this problem. आज हम लोग देखेंगे बर्नौली इक्वेशंस। बर्नौली इक्वेशंस क्या है और एक वेलोसिटी ऑफ इफ्लक्स ऑफ लिक्विड, दैट इज द टॉरेस्ली इक्वेशंस, टॉरेस्ली थ्योरम। इन दो पॉइंट्स को आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। तो पहले हम स्टार्ट करते हैं बर्नौली थ्योरम से। बर्नौली थ्योरम इनफैक्ट ये एक एनर्जी इक्वेशंस है, लॉ ऑफ एनर्जी ऑफ कंजर्वेशन को फॉलो करता है। तो इसका स्टेटमेंट है इफ ए नॉन विस्कस एंड इनकम्प्रेसिबल फ्लूइड दैट इज लिक्विड is flowing through a non-uniform tube of varying cross-sectional area, then at every point the sum of total energy, that is the pressure energy, kinetic energy and potential energy of the liquid will remain the same at each and every point throughout this tube. This is the statement of this Bernoulli theorem. मतलब क्या हुआ, ये एक एनर्जी इक्वेशंस है। इस एक नॉन यूनिफॉर्म में यदि लिक्विड फ्लो कर रहा है डिफरेंट क्रॉस सेक्शन से होते हुए, तो किसी भी पॉइंट पे इसका जो प्रेशर एनर्जी है, प्रेशर एनर्जी, काइनेटिक एनर्जी ऑफ द फ्लूइड एंड द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ दिस लिक्विड, दिस मास situated at height h1 here and h2 here, so there will be a potential energy, it has a potential energy. So sum of all these three kind of energy will remain constant. ये तो हमको मेरे दिमाग में ये आ रहा है कि ये एनर्जी इस फ्लूइड में आई कहाँ से आएगी। निश्चित रूप से यदि एनर्जी कंजर्वेशन लॉ को फॉलो कर रहा है बर्नौली इक्वेशंस, तो कुछ ना कुछ वर्क डन हुआ होगा। दैट वर्क डन is converted and that work done must be equal to the gain in energy. That energy we will find out here. We will find out that work done at the different cross section, the water entering, liquid entering at this cross sectional area, and the fluid, that is liquid, that liquid is leaving this cross sectional area. Then what is the net work done? And then we will find out the kinetic energy of the fluid and the potential energy of the fluid. Then we will sum up all these things and we will show that. So let's start. तो यदि इस x end से, यदि if at this end x the mass of the fluid flowing entering per second, then there will be some volume. It means rate of flow of this fluid that must be equal to the mass leaving through this end, which is a principle of continuity. Here the velocity of the liquid is v1 and it is in the direction of the applied force, that is the pressure force at this cross sectional area. So work is done on the liquid system in the direction of this pressure force P1 A1. Now add in x the work done per second on the liquid system, on the system भी लिख सकते हैं, on the liquid system will be, what is the pressure force? Pressure force is P1 A1. This is the pressure force, and this fluid is flowing in the direction of this applied force, that is P1 A1, that is the pressure force. So because of this force, the liquid is flowed in this direction by velocity v1, but the velocity v1 at time 1 second. Then so there will be the displacement, and that displacement will be v1. So the work done per second on the liquid system at in x will be P1 A1 v1. Now the work done by the liquid system at this section at y, this work is done by the liquid is against the force which is acting, that is the pressure force P2 A2. This work is done in against to the force acting at this cross sectional area, that is P2 A2. So P2 A2, this is the pressure force, and the displacement per second, that is v2. So the net work done, कितना हो जाएगा? So net work done W will be difference of this means P1 A1 V1 net work done per second minus P2 A2 and V2. This is the net work done on the system, on this liquid system. Now, if the cross-sectional area of at end A is A1 and the cross-sectional area at the end Y is A2, and if A1 is greater than A2, if A1 is greater than A2, if A1 is greater than A2, then what will happen regarding the velocity? So it means V2 will be greater than V1. यदि according to principle of continuity, if A1, the cross sectional area at the end X, is greater than A2, the cross sectional area at the end Y, then velocity at this end will be much greater than, much larger than this V1. So the change in kinetic energy of the liquid. So a change या gain लिख सकते हैं, कह सकते हैं, और the gain in kinetic energy of liquid one by half m v2 square minus v1 square. This will be the net gain in the kinetic energy of liquid if the cross sectional area at this end X is greater than the cross section of the cross sectional area A2, then V2 will be much greater than to V1. So in this case, the gain in kinetic energy of the liquid which is flowing through this tube will be half m V2 minus V1. ये तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी हो गई, वर्क डन की बात हमने कर दिया, एक काइनेटिक एनर्जी हमको फाइंड आउट हमने पता कर दिया कि कितना होगा, कितना गेन होगा काइनेटिक एनर्जी. अब if the m mass of the liquid is located at the height h1, then it must be have some potential energy. Here is also the same thing. If the mass of the liquid which is living through these sections situated at height h2, then it must be have some potential energy. So the change in potential energy, so the potential energy at x will be what? If the mass of the this fluid which is entering in this section x, then the potential energy will be mg h1, where g is the acceleration due to gravity, and the potential energy at this end will be what? mg h2. So the change in potential energy, so change in potential energy of the liquid mg S2 minus H1. S2 minus H1. This is the change in potential energy of the liquid due to the height H1 and H2. So the net work done, net gain in energy, so thus total gain in energy, total gain in energy will be kinetic energy and plus potential energy. सिस्टम में जो काइनेटिक एनर्जी है और सिस्टम की जो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है, दोनों को सम अप कर लेंगे तो हमको पता चल जाएगा व्हाट इज द टोटल एनर्जी ऑफ द सिस्टम. The total energy, the gain in energy will be what? Half m v2 square minus v1 square plus mg h2 minus h1. If you give the name equation This is the total gain in the energy. That is half m v2 square minus v1 square plus mg h2 minus h1. So, according to the conservation of energy, the work done by the system, the net work done per second by this liquid must be equal to the total gain in the energy of the liquid. So, according to energy conservation law, energy conservation law, the work done must be equal to the total gain in energy of liquid. टोटल जो वर्क डन है that must be equal to the gain in energy. So, if we equate this equation 1 and equation 2, we will have now, so thus equating equation first to equation second, we have क्या मिलेगा? What will we have? We have P1 A1 V1 minus P2 A2 and V2 equals to half m V2 square minus V1 square, this is the current gain in kinetic energy, and plus mg h2 minus h1. Now, if we apply the principle of continuity, that is A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2, A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. If you apply this concept, then we will have and say this is equals to AV. So here the A1 V1 and A2 V2, if both are equal according to a principle of continuity, it will be taken out from this bracket, and we will have A1 V1 P1 minus P2 equals to half m V2 square minus V1 square plus mg h2 minus h1. Now this is the total volume which is flowing through this tube, through this liquid, non-uniform cross-sectional tube. So if you try to write this in terms of mass, then it will be, it can be written as, if the mass of the liquid is m, then density equals to mass divided by volume. So the volume will be m by rho, and this one is P minus P2 equals to half m V2 square minus V1 square plus mg h2 minus h1. The mass m is appear in both the sides, then it will be cancelled out. You can easily cancel one. Please write down. then we will have P1 minus P2 divided by rho, that is the density of the liquid which is flowing through this tube, half V2 square minus V1 square plus G H2 minus H2. It can also be written as P1 by rho plus half V1 square plus GH1 equals to P2 by rho plus half V2 square plus GH2. So if you arrange this, then you will have P1 plus half rho V1 square plus rho GH1 equals to P2 plus half rho V2 square minus rho GH1 H2. The sum of total energy at this end X will be equal to the sum of total energy of the liquid which is leaving to end Y, and both are equal. So it means the total energy of the fluid, that the liquid which is flowing this tube, will be constant. It means pressure energy plus kinetic energy and plus gravitational energy, that is rho GH, will be constant. This is the pressure energy, kinetic energy and gravitational energy. The sum of all these energy will be constant. This is the Bernoulli theorem. Bernoulli theorem is stated that if a non-viscous and incompressible liquid is flowing through a tube, then at any point of this tube, the sum of energy, namely pressure energy, kinetic energy and gravitational energy, the sum of all the kind of energy must be same and it will be constant. So this is the final expression of energy, where P refers to pressure energy, and half rho V square, this is the kinetic energy, and rho GH is known as the gravitational energy. The sum of all these three kind of energy is constant at every point of this cross-sectional non-uniform cross-sectional area tube. Now, if you divided this equation by rho, we will have another form of this Bernoulli equation. यदि हम इसको रो से डिवाइड कर दें तो हमें मिलेगा P by rho plus half V square plus G. This is known as the pressure head. This is known as pressure head. Pressure head. This is known as the velocity head. Velocity head. And this is the gravitational head. Gravitational head. So in terms of heads, the Bernoulli equation can also be stated as the sum of all three kinds of heads, that is the pressure heads, velocity heads and gravitational heads, all remains same, that is constant at every point of this tube. So in terms of heads, you can also define this theorem, the Bernoulli theorem. In terms of head, it can be stated as the total heads, that is the pressure heads, velocity heads and the gravitational head. Sum of all these heads will be constants. अब इसमें एक चीज और हम लोग देख लेते हैं, यदि फ्लूइड का जो फ्लो है वो एक हॉरिजॉन्टल पाइप के थ्रू हो, it means H1 is equal to H2. It means H1 equals to H2. Then what will happen? Then this gravitational head will be a constant. So the reduced expression for this case will be written as, suppose करिए नोट एक हम लोग लिख लेते हैं, if the fluid is flowing, if the fluid is flowing in horizontal plane, then head Gs will be a constant, and in this case the expression will be P by rho plus half square equals to a constant. If this fluid is flowing in horizontal plane, then the Bernoulli equation reduced to pressure head and the velocity head. Sum of pressure head and the velocity head will be constants. If H1 is equal to H2, if this tube is horizontal plane, we have like a horizontal plane and the liquid is flowing through this tube, then it will be the situation. That is the pressure, sum of the pressure head and the velocity head will be the constant. इसको आप लोग देख लीजिए, नोट कर लीजिए. इस क्वेश्चंस में जो आंसर है that are first, that is the velocity of the liquid flowing through this cross section area will be 1 meter per second. 1 meter per second. इसका आंसर ये बनेगा, लोग चेक कर लीजिएगा. Thank you.